Hi, and welcome to The Joy of Ray Tracing. I'm your host, Eric, and in this video series, I'll show you how to make your very own ray tracer from scratch. What is a ray tracer? In a nutshell, a ray tracer is a piece of software that tells your computer how to make a realistic image. Any image you can think of is possible with a ray tracer. From simple classic scenes like a shiny ball on a checkered floor, all the way to a photorealistic rendering of a human face where it's hard to tell if it's a photograph or not. Ray tracing is all around us. It's used in nearly every form of digital media today. Chances are that if you've seen 3D graphic designs, product catalogs, architectural walkthroughs, or car advertisements before, you probably experienced ray tracing even if you didn't realize it. And if you've ever enjoyed a 3D animated film or were impressed by the realistic visual effects on a fantasy or sci-fi movie, you can thank ray tracers. And just recently, ray tracing is even being used on 3D video games in real time, which is only made possible by the latest lineup of powerful graphics cards that are now available to consumers. You may have wondered, how do they do all these amazing visuals with a computer? Or even, what does rendering an image mean and how does that all work? Or maybe you've seen an actual ray tracing program before and you thought, that's kind of cool, I'd like to try that, but I don't even know where to start. Well, congratulations, you're in the right place. My goal for this series is to teach you how ray tracing, aka rendering, works from start to finish. I want to show you how to build your own ray tracer that you can enjoy and be proud of. We'll start with the most basic ray tracing programs, adding more features to them as we go. And by the end of this series, we'll have created a photorealistic renderer that runs in real time with the highest visual quality. Best of all, you don't need a fancy computer or the latest graphics card to follow along with me, or to enjoy the ray tracers that you're going to make. That's because from the beginning, when I started to get into ray tracing 7+ years ago, I wanted to be able to run my programs on any operating system and on any device that I happen to be using at the moment. So with that goal in mind, I designed my ray tracing software in such a way that I only have to write the code once, and then like magic, my ray tracers will run across Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS. They'll run smoothly on desktops, laptops, tablets, and yes, even cell phones. As we build ray tracers together, I want you to be able to quickly see the results come to life on your screen, on whatever device you have, even if you're on the go. One of the reasons I love ray tracing so much is that it really is one of the most powerful and elegant computer methods ever invented for simulating reality. And even though the technique of ray tracing is so powerful and accurate, writing a ray tracer is relatively easy to get into compared to other areas of computer programming. I think you'll be delightfully surprised at how little code is needed to start getting impressive images on your screen. One of the best things about making a ray tracer is that you start off small, but then you just add little bits and pieces to it as you go, building it up over time. And you'll quickly see the effects of these little parts and how they can have a big impact on the visual quality of your images. I think we'll have a lot of fun adding these little pieces to our ray tracers as we go through this video series. Also, along our journey, we'll make a couple of stops to explore the fascinating history of ray tracing. We'll learn how it all got started, and we'll meet the pioneers that shaped the field of rendering into what it is today. But most importantly, I want to have a good time on this series. I'm making these videos because of all the projects that I've worked on over my 38 years of programming. I'd say that making ray tracers has been the most fun and rewarding thing I've ever done with computers. And I want to share my passion for rendering and computer graphics with you all. This video series is called The Joy of Ray Tracing because, as I hope you'll discover, learning how to make your computer render beautiful, realistic images will give you much joy. By the way, if you want to get a sneak peek at the kind of ray tracers that we'll be making, check out my main ray tracing project over on GitHub. I'll put a link down below in the video description. I'm so excited to have you along for the ride. So, let's get started on our journey to discover the joy of ray tracing.